So, hey guys, woo, it's me again. I know it's been a while since I've vlogged, and I look way different than the last vlog, so, a few things have changed. But, that aside, I bet you guys can guess what this vlog's gonna be about. And I bet that guess is gonna be wrong. Even after I tell you what it is. This vlog is specifically about Comic-Con. Yay, Comic-Con! Tamaton! It's happening again. That time of year, I'm super excited. That being said, I have something that I'm really upset about, regarding con. Now, I kind of get it, everyone wants to see comic book vendors and things like that at a con. So seeing some Vine stars there that don't really sync with what you're used to doesn't usually can upset a person or two. Okay, whatever. The problem is Wizard World put up that they're going to have these 3 Vine stars or whatever. I don't know much about it, but when I noticed that there were hundreds of people commenting on how irritated they are at this one video about them talking about certain girls they were interested in or something, and how these tools shouldn't be at con and shit like that. So I decided, okay, I will watch the video, give my firm response on the video, and after watching the video, I realized that, sorry, my camera went out for a second. I realized that I did the same thing a week ago. So this is my response video, using exactly what I said 1 week ago. The video that set this whole irritation off, is a video called What Guys Look For in Girls. And, so they posted this 10-minute video listing things that they were interested in a female. Well, so a week ago, I don't know if a lot of you saw this, but I probably got my single most unpopular post on Facebook saying something about how I decide whether I'm interested in a guy or not. So, since I'm feeling their pain right now a little bit, that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to directly speak out loud and say what I'm looking for in a guy when I find a guy. First of all, I'm really awkward when it comes to flirting. Even a la glasses or, a la Doctor Who shirts and whatever. I'm super awkward. When I'm going in to have sex with someone, it's might we partake of the sexual intercourse in the Beridal region? Possibly, you and I, person, sir. And they're I think I lost the interest, after I've spoken to this, and, I'm oh, okay, I guess there goes sexuals for me. Anyway, so I guess that happens. And it's even worse when it's not just acquiring sex, but a partner, someone that I'm wanting to continue a solid relationship with. It kind of, I'm a nerd, and there's an extreme level of nerdness that flows from this region. Right? Okay. As far as that extreme, I feel like a butterfly. Anyway, level of nerdness, it makes it very difficult to find someone that I really want to be with, I can connect with and I can talk about things with. Most people, it's oh, I like sports. And they're oh, I also like sports. Cling! And for me, it's oh, I like Doctor Who. Oh, I also partake of Doctor Who. Oh, well then you're really interesting. Have you ever watched anime? No, what's that? Me, just sitting here, like, I don't know if I can. So I'll continue. Oh, the Japanese cartoons or sometimes American. Would you want to watch some with me at least? Oh, sure. Later that week. I wasn't really into that whole Japanese cartoon thing. So I get it. I get the whole, like, needing to find someone who syncs with your interests, but having some very particular interests that aren't easily syncable. Oh, that should have been like a ship like the Titanic. Or something technical. I don't have a ship, though. I looked around. No ship. So, anyway, hold on. I mentioned something about how, okay, I also like, being a nerd isn't just, like, liking one nerdy thing. For me, it's, like, a goal. It's, like, I want to be the nerdiest person there ever was. I want to be the very best. Like, no one ever was. Sorry. So, like, I like Marvel. I'm a huge, like, comic book fan, like, above most things. When I was 2, I was watching and reading well, I guess I wasn't reading Spider-Man at 2, but I had Spider-Man toys at 2. Like, I was in the fucking crib with a Spider-Man doll. You're my best friend, Spider-Man. One day, we're gonna grow up and get married. And if that had happened, I wouldn't be making this video. Anyway, so, and there are some things like most guys do. It's like, oh, I play video games, and they're like, oh, I'm a male participant in video games. Who would have thought? A male plays video games. Okay, we will connect through this orifice of nerddom, and I will spread it out, and I'm sorry. Okay. Spread it out. I'm sorry, this is... Okay, anyway. Do they know who Joss Whedon is? This is another thing. Does this male person that I'm speaking to know about Joss Whedon? If I mention Firefly, are they gonna understand the deep level of sadness that fills my... Yeah. Are they going to know why I am sad? Am I just gonna break into tears randomly and think, Nathan Fillion, what? And they're gonna be like, who's Nathan Fillion? They won't be there for me in these times. And I need someone to be there for me. Like, in a true way. You know? Do they play trading card games? I mean, that one I can go without. Sometimes I want to play a trading card game. It happens. But if they don't want to do it ever, I can find other people to play Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! With. It can happen. Do they not want to play D&D with me? That takes out a couple hours a week of our connection. Because whether they want to play it or not, I'll be away doing it. So, I make movies. Do you like movies? Oh, I'm not a big TV guy. I do this for a living. It's kind of important that you take some interest in the things that I'm interested in. What else? Star Wars. When I say use the Force, and you're like, what's that? I'm kind of like you're an inanimate object as far as our relationship goes at this point, and I think I'm going to carry on, find a lightsaber, and make that my man for a few months. How's that sound? It will understand me better. Let's see, what else did I mention here? Oh, above all else, they cannot be a Trekkie. I mean, okay, that's a lie. I've dated Trekkies. I'm cool with it. You guys have a little bit of nerd in you, and carry on your wayward Trekkiness. You know, live long and prosper, whatever you do. But I'm not going to convert. That is okay, I'm not gonna lie, I like tribbles. And I think Worf is kind of an interesting makeup as a makeup or a mask, I don't know. I think it's interesting to look at. I also think that Data is a very multiple dimensional character that I have complete interest in. That's a lie as well. I actually do, however, think that he's interesting. However, the one-dimensionalness is very apparent by the fact that he lacks... Actually, he kind of has like a secret emotion. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and talk about Star Trek when I've probably only seen like 3 episodes and I regret them all. Other than the Tribble one. I totally love Tribbles. They're adorable. God, I'm probably going to end up becoming a Trekkie one day. Fuck. This isn't good. And let me think. Do you like blood? I know that sounds weird. Sorry, I shouldn't have started that way. Do you like horror movies that have gratuitous amounts of blood? Do you want to see people's body parts flowing everywhere? Is that an important thing to you in a movie? Or are you going to sit me through a possession horror flick? Because there's a difference between a horror fan and a slasher fan. I'm a slasher fan. I like to see lots of blood and guts. Sometimes horror fans think that it's exciting to watch 4 hours of nothing happening and some creepy bitch following someone around. I don't really get that. Like, possession movies, like, 99% of the time, 1 or 2 people die. Like, and that doesn't satisfy my bloodlust. I need blood. Also, is he gonna like my music? I mean, I guess I can get over him not liking my music. He can move on. I can listen to my music, and he'll listen to his music. That I'm cool with. But is he gonna start listening to country in the other room? And am I going to have to listen to it? That might be a problem. All that being said, I think that I'm a very reasonable person in my requests for a male partnership. I think that I could find a guy who really, really has that. And we can make lots of sexual relations with each other. That would be great. Me and him could talk about Hogwarts and our wands, and he can put his wand into my room of requirement. If you get what I'm saying. Or not. That's cool too. We could just sit on the couch and watch Attack on Titan. That'd be cool. I'm cool with that. I'm kind of... Oh, God, I don't know. Just... This is what my life is like. These are the things that I contemplate deeply. It also has to be able to deal with a certain level of crazy. I mean, let's face it, I'm a fucking whack job in that region. And I'm a nice enough person to go out of my way and explain to a male participant in our relationship, in all of this, that I am absolutely and clinically insane. And be prepared for this. Be deeply prepared for when I start screaming out, Moffat, why? Or when I start breaking into tears about Khal Drogo, okay? You need to understand these times and be there for me. You need to be there in my times of need, okay? This needs to happen. We can get through this, but as long as we can do it together. Or with lightsaber. Either way, I'm cool.